What if you could hike to the edge of an active volcano and then wander through green coffee plantations all in just one day? In Tanzania, this is not just possible, it's everyday life. Whether you're dreaming of your next adventure or just curious about Tanzania, stay with me. We'll explore fun facts about Tanzania and then dive into its mirror-like lakes, historic cities, and endless horizons. Fun facts about Tanzania. Tanzania, the largest country in East Africa, spans an impressive 945,000 square kilometers. It's home to Mount Kilimanjaro, Africa's tallest mountain at 5,895 meters. Known as the cradle of humankind, Tanzania's Olduvai Gorge has yielded fossils over 2 million years old, offering invaluable insights into early human history. The country boasts a rich cultural mosaic with over 120 ethnic groups unified by Swahili, the national language. Among its iconic communities are the Maasai people, celebrated for their vibrant traditions and cattle herding culture. Tanzania's commitment to conservation is remarkable, with nearly 40% of its land protected as national parks, reserves, and conservation areas. This dedication helps preserve unique wildlife, including the red colobus monkey and the Pemba flying fox, both of which are found only in this region. Its agricultural heritage is equally significant, as Tanzania ranks among Africa's largest producers of coffee and tea. Tanzania gained independence from British colonial rule in 1961, marking the start of a new era in its history. The best places in Tanzania. Lake Natron. A crimson jewel in Tanzania's northern frontier, Lake Natron stretches across an ancient volcanic landscape. The lake's striking blood-red color comes from microscopic algae that thrive in its extremely alkaline waters, where pH levels can reach 10.5. Temperatures in the lake can soar to 60 degrees Celsius, making it one of the most hostile environments on Earth. The water's unique chemistry comes from volcanic ash, rich in sodium carbonate and other minerals. This creates a natural factory of natron, a compound the ancient Egyptians used for mummification. Despite these extreme conditions, the lake is a crucial breeding site for lesser flamingos, with up to 2.5 million birds gathering here. They feed on the spirulina algae that gives the lake its color, and their numbers create one of Africa's most spectacular wildlife displays. The lake is surrounded by the active volcano Lengai, whose ash continues to influence the water's chemistry. Stone Town. A living museum of cultural fusion on Zanzibar's western shore. For centuries, this UNESCO World Heritage Site has been the meeting point of African, Arab, Persian, Indian, and European influences. Its labyrinthine alleyways showcase massive wooden doors, each carved with intricate patterns that once signified the owner's wealth and status. The architecture tells stories from the past. Coral stone buildings with their distinctive carved balconies, former sultans' palaces, and old merchant houses. The House of Wonders, or Beit al-Ajaib, stands as the tallest building, distinguished by its multiple levels of pillared balconies. It was the first building in Zanzibar to have electricity and an elevator. The old fort, built by Omani Arabs in the 17th century, reveals layers of history as both a defense against the Portuguese invasion and later as a prison. Serengeti National Park. An endless sea of golden grassland stretching across northern Tanzania, covering nearly 15,000 kilometers. The name Serengeti comes from the Maasai word Seringet, meaning endless plains. This ecosystem hosts the Great Migration, where over 2 million wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles move in a circular pattern following the rains. During migration, the herds merge into massive columns that can stretch for 40 kilometers. The park features distinct regions: the Seronera Valley with its acacia-dotted savanna, the Western Corridor where the Grumeti River hosts massive crocodiles, and the Northern Plains that merge with Kenya's Masai Mara. Lions are found in unusually large prides here, some with over 30 members, drawn by the abundance of prey. Unique geological features called kopjes, ancient granite outcrops, dot the landscape, providing surveillance posts for predators and shelter for smaller creatures. The Serengeti's ecosystem is so significant that it's protected by multiple national parks and reserves across Tanzania and Kenya. Mnemba Island. A tiny teardrop of pristine coral sanctuary off Zanzibar's northeastern coast. This private island measures just 1.5 kilometers in circumference, but is surrounded by an oval reef system stretching 4 kilometers. The Coral Atoll creates one of Africa's most spectacular diving sites, where over 600 species of fish dance through crystal clear waters. Green sea turtles nest on its powder white beaches between February and September, laying their eggs in the soft sand. The island's waters are also a breeding ground for bottlenose dolphins, which can often be spotted in ponds near the shore. The surrounding reef is known as Manemba Atoll, forming a protected marine conservation area. Local fishermen still practice traditional fishing methods here, using wooden dhows and hand lines. The island itself is fringed by a pristine beach that shifts with the tides, while its interior hosts an ancient coral rag forest. This rare ecosystem features trees adapted to growing on fossilized coral. Mataruni Waterfall. Tucked away in the foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro, this hidden cascade plunges 80 meters into an emerald pool. The waterfall lies within the territory of the Chaga people, who have cultivated these fertile volcanic slopes for centuries. The journey to Mataruni passes through coffee plantations, where bright red coffee cherries grow under the shade of banana trees. Local farmers still use traditional methods to process their coffee, a practice that dates back generations. The waterfall's flow varies dramatically with the seasons. During rainy periods, it thunders down with impressive force, while in dry seasons, it becomes a delicate silver ribbon. The pool at the base is deep enough for swimming, its waters consistently cool from their journey down Kilimanjaro's slopes. The surrounding forest hosts a variety of birds and small primates, particularly the black and white colobus monkey. The mist created by the falling water nurtures a microclimate where ferns and orchids thrive. Ngorongoro Crater. The world's largest intact volcanic caldera formed when a massive volcano exploded and collapsed on itself 3 million years ago. This natural amphitheater spans 20 kilometers across and plunges 600 meters deep, creating a unique ecosystem that's often called Africa's Garden of Eden. The crater floor contains distinct habitats: grasslands, swamps, forests, and Lake Magadi, a shallow soda lake that turns pink with thousands of flamingos. This diversity supports around 25,000 large animals, creating one of the highest wildlife densities in Africa. Unlike the Serengeti, most animals here are permanent residents, including one of Tanzania's last populations.